Hi everyone, it's Mike here at Fit Performance. Just a quick video today about why you would choose to wear weightlifting shoes for certain exercises and what exercises you would choose to use them in. I've had a lot of questions lately from people asking whether they should buy weightlifting shoes when they're starting out with their training, or asking why suddenly they put weightlifting shoes on and certain exercises feel those better. So mostly we use weightlifting shoes for squats or for weightlifting movements that involve squatting, such as a snatch or a clean. The main reason for that being that a squat is a balancing act between the various segments of your body. So if you can see this picture that I've got here, basically when you squat you send the knees and the upper body forward and then you sit the hips back, and that should allow a perfect balance for the weight to sit right through the middle. So here's a picture of someone who can't send their knees forward in the squat. That means that the majority of the weight from the bar and from the segments of the body sit behind the base of support for the feet. That would probably cause someone to fall over. So if you saw someone squatting like this, more likely than not, they would either not get to this depth because they feel they were going to fall over, or they would actually fall over, which you see very rarely because people just cut the depth on their squat instead. So more often than not, with someone who can't send their knees forward, what you'll see is instead they'll tip over with their upper body. So you can see now the weight is still going through the middle of the foot, through the middle of the space of support. What they've done instead is they've tipped over massively with their upper body. So the weight is probably a lot more on the lower back and on the shoulders, but for all intents and purposes they can hit their depth. However, it's not an ideal squat position. So it's something that we could look to change with weightlifting shoes to make them more capable of sending their knees forward. So let's look at the ankle joint for a second. If we assume that this is the toe, this is the ankle joint and this is the knee, we know that for a squat the knee has to move forward, and that depends on your ability to flex at the ankle, particularly to dorsiflex at the ankle, which is to reduce this angle here. Everyone's got a different range they're capable of reaching with that. Some people, they might be able to reduce this range quite a lot and get quite a lot of knee movement forward. Some people may not have as much. So you can see this is a much bigger angle here. Some people try and send their knee forward and either the arch of the foot will collapse or their knees will cave in, or they just physically won't be able to get there. So with someone like that who can't achieve much range there, if we raise the foot up on a wedge, like with a weightlifting shoe, then although they've not improved their range there, the knee will still be further forward than it would be. So it allows us to kind of bypass that ankle range of motion. Obviously as well, you should be doing sort of some soft tissue work and some mobility work as well, just to make sure that you are investing long term in their ability to move healthily. So you can see in something like a deadlift, the knees don't need to travel so far over the ankles because we're trying to load the hip a lot more and actually pull back a little bit and stay behind the bar. So using weightlifting shoes in a deadlift might actually be detrimental because it might tip all of the weight forward over the bar this way by sending the knee further forward. So actually deadlifting in weightlifting shoes might not be that beneficial. On the other hand, when you do something like a clean or a snatch, the pull is slightly different. You stay over the bar for longer and you're aiming to get more upward force rather than pulling back like you would in a deadlift. As well, you shift a lot of the priority on being able to catch in a strong, stable position and stand up with the weight in a squat, in either a snatch or a clean and jerk. So wearing weightlifting shoes has a much higher priority for those movements more than just how you pull off the floor. So in summary, I would wear a weightlifting shoe for either a squat, a snatch or a clean and jerk, so that you've got the extra range of motion by sending the knee forward with the heel, and also just the extra stability from having such a solid sole to the shoe. Something like a deadlift, I would wear a flat shoe like a Converse or something like that. So there you have it. I hope that's all made sense. Hope all my drawings weren't too bad. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks guys.